Hi guys, my name is Connie and I'm doing a series of Figma's Webflow sites where I learn and share my experience of my process of learning Figma to Webflow. So if you haven't checked out already, I created a first video on a coin-based community site, and this is the second one called Go Corona. This is also from Figma. So this is what the designs I've worked on so far. This is how I've been laying it out. This is the first one that I did a video on. This is what we will be working on now. And if you'd like to follow along with me on my journey, please subscribe. All right, so we're gonna get started with an open canvas. So we're gonna start with, let me shrink my face. We're going to add a frame. So it gives us the basis. So select this little tic-tac-toe. On the right-hand side, select desktop. All right, that's very large. So we're gonna zoom out a little bit. And I like to change the background to be a little bit darker so I can see which one's the background, which one's the frame. Okay, good. So now we are going to start with the navigation first. So for the navigation, make sure you have the duplicate or the linked version of this open because we're going to refer back to it back and forth frequently. So we're going to start with the navigation. We're going to drop in the logo, and then I'll show you how to add spacing to your text and so on. So we're going to also have our icon folder open. We're going to add text by selecting T or this little area. I like to use shortcuts. It's so small. Okay. And then according to our template, it's even smaller and it's a size 10. So we're gonna go, it's going to be all caps. So then right here, we can also set it to all caps, I believe, right here, case. So it's all uppercase. I'll Control A to make sure to highlight it. Now it's all uppercase. We're also going to auto width, so it's not too large. It should be at 10. And then this font is Railway. Okay. And now it is bold. There it is. Bold. And the spacing, this one's a little spaced out because that's the style. So we're going to continue that with 14. There you go. All right, this little petite little leap. All right, looks good. So we have home, feature, support, and contact us. So what we can do is just highlight, hold Alt, and Alt, Alt, Alt. Just change the text to all of them. So this is feature. Perfect. Now all of this is like a staircase, and we're going to group them together by using auto layout. So to do so, you're going to highlight this section, group it together by selecting Control G to group it. So now if you select auto layout, it will magically put them in a line. So you don't have to like, is this centered? Is it not centered? Yeah, it's a hectic. Okay. Also, in addition to auto laying out, you can also adjust the margin spacing to be close or far away. I think I like it like that. So we're going to leave it like that. And now we're going to create the rectangle download button by selecting a rectangle. Let's see. Can I guess? Okay. Around the corners to 5. And then we're going to go grab the fill color. And the fill color, we can get that by double clicking, grabbing it, Control C, and then Control V. And this is lovely. I think purple. I think it's purple. So to stack the download on top of this, because right now it's behind it, you can Control X and then Control V, and it'll just paste it on top, which is super helpful. Center it using the orange guideline, and then we're going to change the inside fill to white. White. There you go. Now it's nice and pretty. We're going to group this download so it doesn't move around. So we're going to group that, and then we can name it download button. All right. Oh, it's also a good idea to get a habit of grouping things because that's how auto layout works once we start progressing a little bit more. If you don't group it, then I'll show you what happens. If you don't group it, this is the original Figma site that I will be sending over to you, but it's not a great example in how it groups things because it doesn't group things at all, as you can see here. And this site also doesn't, this site also doesn't use auto layout like I'm showing you, but I learned that in a couple of other examples and I'm just applying it here because it's super helpful. And I want you guys to know that too. So, okay, so get back to it. Right now, everything's all wonky. We're gonna group it and also auto layout that as well. So it's nice and straight and have it like that. Perfect. So next thing we are going to create is the content, the hero content. It's a giant block. Let's see, what is it? It is a bold at 44 and the line height is 126. All right, so we're going to grab a title, text. I don't like how it's so tiny. Take care of your family. Oh. Period. All right, and this is not all uppercase, so we're going to change that into these 3 little dots. It's going to be uppercase and lowercase. I believe there's no spacing. I mean, letter spacing. And this was 126. Oh, that looks funny. 126%. Maybe that does a difference. There you go. There you go. That looks good. And then we're going to make it into like a little paragraph instead of a giant block. And then this little area is a regular, so it's not bolded. Regular, and it's definitely smaller. It's 12. Line spacing is 8. How come it still looks really large? Oh, because you have to control A. Okay, you have to control A to highlight everything. If not, you'll do like me, nothing changes. Okay, so 12, there you go. Perfect, and then we have a button from Get Started, and we're gonna steal that from Download because they look almost exactly the same. Aha, okay, we can get rid of that. We want this. And instead of download, we're gonna say Get Started. Click it so you hit the rectangle, grab this hex code, copy it over, and boom. Very nice. As typed. There you go. And then we're gonna highlight this help to that pretty purpley blue by just highlighting that one and changing it right there. Gorgeous. It is not aligned. Okay, there you go. And this too. There you go. We're going to group that together, and then we're going to name it hero content or whatever you like it to be. That's grouped. And now we have the large image. So we're going to add that here. Perfect. Group it like what we normally do and do auto layout. And then center it to the whole page by following the orange line. Nice. Now we're going to create that background because there's a slight tint in light purple, I think. Like, how large was it? Let's see, 700. Oh, it looks a little short. Okay, let's fill it with the color that we have. And then we're going to send it all the way to the back. Ta-da! Looks good. And then we're going to grab that other rectangle. So I'm going to just create a rectangle. Where is it? Look about here. Okay. Okay, now we found it. It's these two that you want to edit. Or you could have just pulled it in, but I like to make my life difficult sometimes, I guess. All right. That says stay safe for Corona, watch video. So we're gonna just add that real quick. You're gonna drag in that little play button. I'm gonna have it about right here. Yes, looks good. And then we're gonna copy this little text. So we're gonna change it up a little bit. And the text fill color is a little bit different, so we're going to go grab that. This is bo. That's funny. Okay. So we're going to control A, fill color, click enter. It is so light. Okay. It is what it is. So it's going to be like that. And then we're going to, where is it? We don't want that group. We want just this group. So we're going to lock that real quick. Group that together. Not have that. Group. Have this here, and it just says watch video. Left-hand side, side 9. And it is black. And I believe it's all uppercase. Watch video. Then we're going to make it all uppercase. All uppercase, all uppercase. I don't even know this taking effect. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Okay, we're going to group these together. Then we're going to group these together, and we're going to make that aligned. Perfect. All right, that was so much detail for just one little part. Okay, C, Control V. Okay, maybe controlling V and controlling C is better because it will not group with the other one. All right, so now we can edit this and put in the text. Stay safe with Corona. I'm gonna just copy and paste it because everything is good. Okay, now we're gonna grab that image. I think when I exported it, I was lazy to create the squares. So that's gonna be there for you, but we're gonna create the squares later on. All right, so that was just section 2. We just copied and pasted it. Perfectly normal. So now we can select, we can go down. It also has the same background. It has this, which is exactly the same. All right, see kind of how it's going now. All right, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be a little bit different, and I'll show you that. So let's do the easy part first. We're gonna just simply copy and paste like what we did before. Let's grab the background though. This rectangle. We're gonna create a rectangle. We're gonna create this. Originally, I just copied and pasted it, but we're going to make it because we're going to learn something new today. Just building it out. If you want to just copy and paste it, that's totally fine. So it's going to be a fill of nothing. And there is a backdrop, a drop shadow. So you're going to go to effects. It's going to automatically have a default drop shadow, but we're going to change it by hitting the little sun. Marvelous memory. Okay, so it has like a little background. It's very faded, but it's a stylistic choice. Definitely good for making things pop out a little bit subtly. Okay, so we just did that, and now we're going to create the little squares in the background. So we're going to grab another square. We're going to grab the size of this one because this one's larger. So it's a 30. It has a drop shadow. That. Okay, let's change it to 30 first. 30. Let's change the color. Look, it looks like the design already. And then drop shadow effect. And I believe I forgot 34. Let's see. It is a 12 and it's red. Red 12. And there you have it. And you want this rectangle actually under the other rectangle. This one looks huge. And my rectangle on this one is wrong. Okay, something like that. Okay, so we're gonna just highlight everything. We're gonna group it together so it doesn't move. Control C, Control V. I think it's larger though. Let's check. Okay, it is size 11, 37 spacing. Okay, so this is much larger, 37 and 11. And this is users. And it's bold. Is it on bold? Yes, it's on bold. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. And we're going to copy and paste that. So Alt over, oops, and then Alt over, do it like that. Alrighty, we just finished that. Now let's group everything. So this is the very last part. This one felt a lot shorter. Okay, so title, card, 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 and then you can create the little rectangles like before. Copy and paste it because you guys already know what to do. To create the title cards by having a rectangle. So like 18, 4, and 18. Perfect. And then I believe there's a little human. Little human. And then this is 16 and, well, we're going to just take those. And then we're going to Alt, and then we're not going to group them yet. Yes, we are not going to group them yet. We're going to grab the vectors so we can replace it a lot easier. I grouped them already. Dang it. Okay, let's ungroup them. Ungroup, ungroup. To this side. We're going to take out this part. We're going to group it. Auto layout. And now we're going to group the whole thing. And auto layout, so it's all centered. Now we're going to have it like that. Perfect. Now we're going to shorten the desktop a little bit and drag in our 2 App Store images. And there. Perfect. All right, now we're going to grab the squares. We're about to wrap this up. Let's see. The squares are here. And then, where's this? Squares. Frame squares need to be below that. Now it's in the background. Ooh. Okay. Alrighty, I hope this was helpful. I hope I explained it all right. Let me know in the comments below if this was. Give me a like so we could be shared to more people. If you do like this, please let me know and I'll create more videos. I have 2 more videos that I want to create of the 2 projects that I made. And then eventually we're going to transition to using Webflow. So if you like to tag along in my journey, please hit the subscribe button and have a good day. Thank you.